Series sweep on Sunday, 14-4, and after playing a doubleheader on Saturday, it's as brutal as the conditions were, and just as tight as that first game was. How do you find the energy to come back on Sunday and play a noon game?
Well, that's what they're here for. It's better than practicing. We got a lot of guys that a little nicked up right now, and the roster's not quite what it probably should be this time of year, but couldn't substitute a whole lot, basically. We played every guy pretty much that we had. Just proud of the way we continue to kind of grind through. We got to continue to build depth with our pitching staff. We got to continue to try to build depth with our roster. It looks like Montalbano will be back on Tuesday, and hopefully get a chance to get him some game action on Wednesday at Duke. And again, just trying to do the best we can to make every guy in our program as good as they can be, and trying to just keep playing, just keep grinding through it.
13-game homestand, and you're inching towards the 30% mark of the season. When you think back to that first weekend, and can you kind of encapsulate what you've been able to get done to this point and some of the things you're still working on as this season progresses?
Well, we ran Harris back out there again today, and he didn't have his best stuff, but he got us to the fifth. Brock threw yesterday, and Brock's got a good arm, and he was better in stretches yesterday. Barnett was good this weekend. Johnny Hamilton was good. Our bullpen's been pretty good. Again, as we continue to play good teams, which we will on Wednesday and again this weekend, we've got to have the ability to be able to change looks out of the bullpen. We've got to have enough guys on the bench to be able to pinch hit and manage the game the right way. And that's a little bit of a struggle right now offensively, I'll be honest with you. From watching us, and we're having to kind of do some things a little bit different than we've done them in the past. But again, trying to get our whole roster back healthy in time, as much as we can in time for being able to get ready for A-10 play.
That was going to be my next question. As you get set for next weekend, you've got your rotation sort of in order, which is what you want to get out of the first 5 weeks. Starting conference a little bit later than most conferences do. Do you think that's a benefit to getting a number of games in, or would you rather start conference a little earlier and have games that matter toward a championship?
That's a great point. And we had talked when the league expanded and added VCU and Butler, we had talked about adding 2 more conference weekends, and I was in favor of doing that and playing. This would have been our second conference weekend, and that we didn't end up doing it. The conference didn't end up, A-10 didn't end up agreeing to doing that. I think it would have given us a better indication of who the top 7 teams would be for the tournament, but we didn't. So, and as we move forward to next year, we'll already be in conference play when we're in Conference USA next year. So we're playing some good teams. You've seen the records, and Richmond's at the top of our league now. We get them the first weekend. VCU won like 12, 13 games in a row, I think, at one point in time. We played them the second weekend. We got St. Louis on the back end. They're the defending champions in our league in the regular season. They play really well at their place. Xavier's playing better. So we've got some really tough games coming up in conference play. And the hope is the aggressive non-conference schedule we've played to this point is going to pay off for us, come A-10 play. So we'll see. Again, looking forward to playing Duke in the Pro Park on Wednesday. That's going to be a great experience for our guys, and just trying to get better every time we get a chance to play.
All right, that's Brad Elwood, 14-4, and I was actually in the dugout before the game getting the lineup, and some of the guys in there were talking about your lack of power, and that you said you got a hold of one yesterday that you thought would have went out. Now, the wind was a little different yesterday. Today you prove a lot of doubters wrong with 2 home runs. The first one was right down the line, and I don't think they were wind dated today. Can you talk about your day today and what it felt like to be able to kind of strut around a little bit?
It was pretty good. Just going into the day, just with getting off this weekend. It's been a grind this weekend, especially yesterday with the doubleheader. But it felt good to see a couple balls today in the inner third of the plate and just being able to drive them well. So.
Now, Coach Hibbs, I asked him about the grind of playing a doubleheader and then coming back the next day. He said the guys would rather play today than practice. Is it tough, coming after a long day yesterday and playing Friday evening to come out Sunday, or is it better than trying to grind out a practice today?
It's definitely better than grinding out a practice. Game day is better than any day than grind out any practice. So getting as many games as we can is great.
Now, a lot of guys got on base today. Obviously, the offense was really clicking. What does it feel like when you guys are rolling like that?
It's great to get. It's just great to get a bunch of bats. You know, it's really tough when you got only 3 or 4 bats in one game. So I mean, it's really good just to be able to see more pitches and see get your pitch. So.
Now, as you guys wind down the non-conference, how important is it to get on a little bit of a run like this as you head into a tough week with Duke and then going to go to Richmond next weekend?
Oh, it's huge. It's definitely huge. Just the confidence we have going into this week with Duke and Richmond is definitely going to be key just because they're going to be tough opponents here. So it's going to be good.
Congratulations on your day. Not just you, but everybody. A lot of guys had a big day today. 14-4 the win. Keep it rolling. We're going to hit the road next week for our first true road trip, and we'll see if this momentum can keep going. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.